Let's cheers to love today, okay? And if you have a crazy love story, or if you know of one, I want to hear it. I love a good crazy love story because you know what? Whether it's crazy or not, love is love, baby. We are cheersing to that. And you know what I love? I love my lemon water. I really do. Cheers. I hope you're having a great day. I also hope you're in love. But if you're not, just know you are loved still. I love you. What am I looking at? This photo. Meet Erica Labrie, who married Eiffel Tower, like the Eiffel Tower? The Eiffel Tower. More than 10 years ago. According to her, she tends to have sexual attraction towards inanimate objects. She has been ridiculed for most part of her life because of her sexual orientation. However, in 2007, she went ahead and changed her last name to Eiffel after marrying her partner of 10 years, Eiffel Tower. She says she falls under OS, which is objectum sexual, which means they have an inclination to develop significant relationships with inanimate objects. She further adds that she finds love in an object, which is often misunderstood by the world. The Eiffel Tower is surrounded by millions of tourists who are in love with each other, but not with it, she added. Erica adds that she knew about her inclination since her childhood, but she didn't realize it until adolescence, when other people started dating, while she started to develop deep feelings for the bridge near which she lived. However, this story doesn't have a happy ending. If reports are to go by, after more than 10 years, her relationship with the Eiffel Tower has come to a closure, and she is now attracted to something new, which she is keeping under wraps. Reportedly, it's a fence. Okay, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm one of the people who would misunderstand something like this. I've never heard of this, of OS, in my life. Never heard of it. I've never heard of someone actually marrying and loving something like the Eiffel Tower. So this is a little bit to me, the first thing that my mind, it comes to I can't take it seriously. Like, are you being serious, or is this just some kind of satire thing? You know what I mean? But you know what? I said love is love, so love is love. Oh, I'm probably gonna butcher every name in these stories, but I will try. Chadil Defi and Sarinkya Kamsuk had plans to get married soon after Defi completed his studies. But his life was devastated after he learned the news of, Sarinkya's death in an accident, even before the two finalized a date to tie the knot. But death could not beat his love. Defi married his deceased girlfriend in a combination funeral and wedding ceremony where he placed a ring on her hand, his girlfriend of 10 years, and kissed her in a ceremony in Thailand's Surin province. Y'all, I get it. Some people might be like, yo, this is a little weird and creepy. While other people this is beautiful. Damn. I can't even get a guy to marry me now, and I'm alive. And this man is I am so in love with this woman that even though she's no longer here with me, I'm committed to her because my heart is with her forever. I can't be the only one that finds this a beautiful story, right? I was at a bar, delivered one of my favorite pickup lines. Okay, let's hear it. Hey baby, are you a cemetery? Because I'm dead inside and want to bury myself in you. The woman responded with, the sad thing is that if I wasn't a lesbian, then that might have actually worked on me. I slammed my hand on the bar top in frustration and said, no, the sad thing is that that's exactly what the woman at that table said when I used the same line on her earlier tonight. They got married 6 months ago. Oh, wow. That's hilarious. Wow. That is crazy. What are the odds of that? Wow. Yeah, you need a new pickup line. It's creepy. It's a little bit creepy. You don't use death as a pickup line. Quote, I would move mountains for you. If you've ever been in love, you might have heard soothing lines from your partner, or chances are you might have told your loved ones too. Dashrath Manji, also known as the Mountain Man, did it for real. He split a mountain for his love. Y'all are telling me that people can't even get a text back and this man is splitting mountains in half? Dashrath, a destitute person in Galore, a small village in India, lost his wife when he could not take her to the doctor after she fell off a cliff. Stop. With strong determination and often being called a psychopath, Dashrath took 22 years breaking stones in the mountains to pave a 400 feet long and 30 feet wide road that connected the village to the nearby city. His only motive was to provide people of his village with access to medical services so that nobody would lose a loved one like he did. Oh my God, I could cry. I'm so emotional, I could just cry. Literally moving mountains. Aja Rida was only 7 when she saw the Berlin Wall for the first time on television, and she felt head over heels when she saw the wall. Aja developed a fetish for inanimate objects and married the concrete structure in 1979. So this is a thing. This is real. Her surname also means Berlin Wall in German, and when the structure was brought down in 1989, she was in tears and said, "What they did was awful. They mutilated my husband." Aja Ritter was later diagnosed with a condition called, oh my God, this is real, called objectum sexuality. Though she remained virgin as a human, she insists that she has a full loving relationship with the wall for having married the structure more than 29 years now. It's not a joke. It's not satire. This is a real thing. I'm sure it is often misunderstood because that is kind of a hard thing to understand because it's rare. But what I will always stand by, love is love. Love a lamp. It doesn't affect my life if you love a lamp. Love a doorknob. Good for you. If that brings you joy, kudos to you. Couples make promises to live together and die together. Helen and Les proved the same. Call it a matter of sheer luck or crazy true love. Helen and Les were born on the same day on December 31st, wow, 1918. The two attended the same school where they met each other and fell in love. These high school sweethearts eloped and lived 75 years together. During the last day of their lives, Les was sick with Parkinson's disease and slipped into a coma, while Helen was battling stomach cancer. She died on July 16th and Les passed away a day after without even knowing about his wife's death. The couple were both 94. That is literally the definition of till death do us part. They spent their entire lives together. Literally. Like literally. And now they're gonna spend the afterlife together. Wow. Gerda Weissmann, a Polish-born American writer, was forced to march by the Nazis for months along with 4,000 other Jewish women. She lost, oh my heart. She lost 65 family members during the time of war, and only 120 of those women in the march were alive and abandoned in a factory, this makes me sick, where they lived without proper food for days. She was 1 day shy of her 21st birthday. Oh my God, she's so young, wearing rags and not bathed in 3 years. That's gonna make me emotional for real. Reading that and saying those words just hit me like a friggin' ton of bricks. Whew, okay. Not bathed in 3 years when Kurt Klein, a lieutenant in the United States Army Force, found her and rescued. The couple was engaged in September 1945 and married shortly after. Wow, that is an ending I did not expect. I'm so happy for her. Like, I'm not gonna cry. We're not gonna cry. That just made me so overwhelmingly like sad and then happy. Oh, I really like this video today. This is so like wholesome. Oh, look at this picture. Russian couple Anna and Boris were only married for 3 days when Boris bid himself adieu to join the Red Army unit. Anna and her family were sent to an exile, and the two lost contact with each other 3 days after getting married. Boris tried finding her but had no luck, while Anna also had thoughts of ending her life but remained hopeful that she'd find her man someday. One fine day, Anna caught sight of an old man moving out of his car, oh God, I'm gonna butcher that, in Borovlenka in Siberia, and she was breathless. She could not believe her eyes when she knew that that man clambering out was Boris. I thought my eyes were playing games with me, Anna said. I saw this familiar looking man approaching me, his eyes gazing at me. My heart jumped. I knew it was him. I was crying with joy. The couple reunited and romance blossomed again after 60 years. I have goosebumps. there's no way you can see that. I have chills all over. That is the most beautiful story I've ever heard in my life. 60 years go by. 60 years. You stay committed, you stay hopeful, and love brought you back together. If that's actually them in the picture, like, I want to cry. That's so cute. So cute. So you know what? Anyone out there, if they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to, they would. You can't even tell me. There's people out here marrying walls, and there's people out here waiting 60 years for somebody. Our generation today, like, this world today, dating, you don't get a text back half the time. Love is Blind and Bonnie and Clyde prove the same. Ooh, the Bonnie and Clyde? I actually don't think I know the Bonnie and Clyde, like, origin story. Bonnie and Clyde, two lovers who disobeyed laws in the United States during the Great Depression, robbed a lot of banks, small stores, and gas stations, while also taking the lives of 9 police officers and several civilians. The two met on January 5th, 1930 at Clarence Clay's, a friend of Clyde, their house at 105 Herbert Street, and became close friends in no time before confessing their love for each other. The two ran a gang and were known to be involved in a lot of notorious crime before the Public Enemy era, 1931 to 1935. The two remained loyal to each other during their life and even at the time of the violent passing with gunshots they predicted as inevitable in 1934. I didn't know. Like, I know Bonnie and Clyde in the sense of like movies and stuff. Not to say like they romanticized that, but it almost became like this fantasy couple that they would do anything and they would rob things to get, like, you know, I haven't actually read all the details of their love story. That's wild. People write letters to their loved ones all the time, but the story of two people who got close through letters and got married the first time they saw each other is pretty heart-welcoming. They were like pen pals. Yes, that's how David Hurd and Avril Cato became one. David Hurd moved to New York City in 1907, and that was when he started writing letters to Avril Cato, an unknown woman in the Caribbean who he'd never seen in his life. The two started sharing letters and became close. A year later, David proposed to Avril to get married, and the two met for the first time on their wedding day in August 1914 in Jamaica. These two faithful pen pals developed a deep and passionate commitment through their exquisite use of art of letter to become one. Y'all, I miss old love. Do you see that none of these stories they're not like common day stories? They're all outdated. Yeah, not the same anymore. It's just not the same. You won't convince me otherwise. It's not the same. And I'm sure there's lovely love out there. I love great. And I hear love stories all the time that are very sweet. But it's just not the same. It's not the same. I'm getting out of here because I don't want to cry anymore. So positive vibes, okay? You are loved. Even if you're not in love as in relationship, just know you're loved. You're loved. I'm out of here. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. And I'll see you tomorrow.